got to think it puts you off. I'm not sure if you can pick it up on the microphones, but quite often the fans are yelling and screaming as the bowler's running in. And I'm sure these players are used to the cheer and the hope towards a delivery, but when there's one person doing it, it almost seems slightly more distracting.
I'm sure the Nepal players are having come from India in the World Cup when you got 30,000-40,000 people screaming Wankhede Stadium as they played England.
Yeah, they'd have been used to it there. It's well timed out to deep mid wicket. And Gouge is the man again. You'd think, after a 95, just have a little moment in slip, have a bit of time in the slip corner and take a breather.
Absolutely not. Young lad.
He's running all the yards at the minute, isn't he?
Young lad, lots of energy, in the game. Might take a screamer out there, get Man of the Match award.
Patel advances and cracks the shot of the day through the covers. A beautiful cricket shot from Patel. And this is ominous for Jersey as the man in form is racing along to 26.
Beautiful cricket shot. For any kids that are watching or listening out there, the weight transfer, the execution of the shot, the hands going through the line of the ball, the weight distribution, using his head to get over the top of the toe. Beautiful, beautiful cricket shot.
Again, this is helped down to Van Breeder. Patel gets a single. I think what's slightly worrying is the rate Nepal are going at. And Ishan Pandey's had to force a few boundaries, but it feels everything Kushal has been given, he's put away in no time.
Yeah, Kushal's doing really well. 27 off 23 balls. Ishan just slightly behind, 11 off 15. But at this stage, it's not a big worry. They've done really well so far to get to this stage.
And Birrell is back on the mark to support Ishan, who's been watching Kushal Patel tuck into some slightly loose deliveries. And meanwhile, every ball he seems to get seems to be Birrell's best one. Maybe Birrell's just got a little bit more confidence bowling to the man he dismissed on Monday. But that ends the over. It's 44 for 1. And Nepal feel on top. So 7 overs gone. Just a tick over 6 runs and over at the minute, Nepal. As we have a quick look at the bowling figures, Samaroa, 1 for 14 from his 2. And I think it's that far right column which tells you the problem at the minute. The economy. No bowler has really been able to build up significant pressure and dot balls. And what Nepal was so good at, especially that opening spell from the likes of Sompal Kami and Hemant Dami, they bowled well in a partnership. They didn't give away too much from either end.
Comes to the second over.
Just a lens on there to Kushal. Good slide from him. 2 more runs added. Again, it's slightly worrying signs for Jersey, just because how easy it looks for Nepal.
Yeah, I think waiting for something to happen, but they're doing all the right things. I mean, I feel it's in the right place, sort of trying to bowl a tight outside stop. Not there though.
That's going to away. Number 23. Returning here on Wednesday. And Scott Van Breeder on his hands here. Try and box Isham Pandey, who we can all agree Birrell held very well to so far today, not giving him much at all. Now it's Brady's chance to keep the pressure on him as a team, as a group, as he can stop the run scoring from this end in particular. And there's Van Breda right on the mark. Good delivery.
Exactly what you want to under fisting him up for the first time. That's a time. Good offside field. I've got 4 men on the leg side, 5 forwards.
Champagny pushing with confidence. However, he's yet to really get into his mark just because of the quality of the bowling toward them. Jersey will just hope that they can build. Maybe Jay Dumfries just said something to him there, maybe a little bit too late to Isham Pandey. A few smiles out in the outfield. As Scott Van Breda with his luminous green spikes runs away from us. Now something's building here for Jersey. If they can keep something like this up for maybe 2 or 3 overs. Yes, Nepal are already in a good position, but it just feels like if they can join something together, if they can build a bit of something, they can get a wicket here. They've wrestled this game right back. And there's clearly what was building. Isham Pandey feels like a player who's slightly searching at the minute.
Yeah, he's not really getting into the ball as you would like from a left-hander's perspective. Seems to be away from it every time he's connecting, and I really feel the Jersey bowlers are looking to target him to get a wicket, because at the other end you've just got the wall of Kushal, who seems to be punching this ball all around the ground. But yeah, Ishan looks a bit tentative for me at the moment.
Well, he'll be wanting to spend a bit of time at the crease. We're going to see a little bit of spin for the first time in this series from Jersey's opening batter, Harry Carlyon. Scored a brilliant half century in the first dig. And just as Nepal went early to Lalit Rajbanshi, can Carlyon make something happen? In the air! Caught! At extra cover. No? Down. I think that's gone down into the ground there off the drive. I've been done by the bump ball. You're cracking up next to me.
I am, because that was a schoolboy experience.
I couldn't quite understand why he's gone for a lofted drive straight to cover, first ball.
I love the excitement. What was also really exciting for me is to see how close your head was to the roof of this
tent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost collapsed it with a leap. How embarrassing. Anyway, Carlyon moving to right arm over to Patel. Wonder if a few Jersey fans celebrated with me. Paddle sweep. Scorching away along the outfield. And finally, the Nepalese fan base are cheering along. Kushal Patel to 34. 50 up for Nepal.
Great bit of innovation there. And what I really like about that is the intelligent cricket mindset that he's got. Off spinner coming on, he knows that 45 is slightly square of the wicket. He's used the pace to go even finer. Beautiful cricket shot.
He really holds the key, doesn't he? He is everything for Nepal at the minute. Yes, they've got the skipper to come in next. DSRA, I'm sure, will want to have a bat in this game as well. But it really does feel like this man is the crucial wicket.
Yeah, he certainly is. Holds a lot of expectations for a very big country with 30 million supporting him. I'm pretty sure that he's living up to every bit of expectation so far, and he's done really well. Just looks so in control. What I'm really impressed with him is the fact that he's so in control of his time at the crease. Doesn't look like he's fazed by anything, and certainly not rushed up. I haven't seen anybody rush him up so far. We had the one delivery which popped up in the innings the other night, which took off the shoulder blade, but that's about it.
Tell you one thing I've also just remembered, and this was a bit of an unforced error, but when he was dropped on 50 on Monday, just at backward point by John T. Jenner, it was a tricky chance, but those two moments, other than that, it's almost perfection from Patel. That one just picks up on a length as well, and that's the height of Van Breda. It's what we saw from Samaroa over the couple of games from this end, is that tennis ball bounce with the ball coming from such height.
Yeah, and if anything, the off spinner coming on again from the other side with a big breeze going down the leg side, maybe just wants to question whether it's drift that's on offer.
What a brilliant cricket shot. Kushal Patel is letting nothing not reach the boundary that deserves to. Patrick Good sprinting along that outfield. He's already had to do plenty of ball collecting from around the covers at deep point, but the poor man got 95 and is now picking up all of Patel's boundaries for him. But you're right, he looks so in control at the minute, does Patel. And inside the first 10, he's almost heading towards his 50.
The bit that I'm curious about is you've got the big tall lad Scott bowling from this side with a pack outside offside field. Now if he was to switch ends and pack it out being hit into the wind, and the off spinner coming in from this side bowling into the wind,
Yep.
you're tightening up the game a bit more. And just bowl a negative line, just bowling into your field for a little bit longer. You don't give them the width to then hit long boundaries over there. Just not sure what the plan is to the right-hander.
Pandey pushing at a wide one. You don't look too happy, Kaz. You alright?
I'm always happy, mate. I'm ecstatic. I'm happy that I'm next to commentary genius, royalty, as they say. But I've got to feel.
About me, are you?
I know.
You're talking about yourself.
Well, no, not that as well. So I'm really conscious now to see how Ishan's going to really contribute towards this side. He's 13 off 26. What it does do potentially might put on extra pressure on the other side to Kushal to keep ticking the board over. You do need somebody to anchor in the innings, but you also want to make sure that you're playing some positive cricket shots as much as possible. just don't want to leave too much responsibility on Kushal. Got a change of bowling from the bowling at the other end,
The far end.
the far end.
Drive on the up. Good stop from Daniel Birrell. Prevents the run. But I reckon that's the one